Welcome back, Powerful Mind. How y'all doing today? Today we got the whole crew, the whole gang here for you. It's episode 10, baby. You made it 10 episodes. Make sure you watch the rest for sure. But we got here today.
You got your boy Supreme.
Mal_Aeneas on Instagram.
What's up, y'all? It's Markner.
And my name's Amaya, and I hope you enjoy everything today. Thank you so much.
Chill.
Peace. It's episode 10, guys.
10 episodes. We in
10
there.
episodes in there.
Yup,
10 episodes later, and we got microphones. No, literally.
Yeah.
It literally feels like take 10,758. Oh my God, figuring out the audio really gave me anxiety. That's okay though.
Shout out to the ones who figured it out.
Shout out to the audio team for fixing the audio.
Shout out to Dre G for Jean.
Yeah.
For
thank you, Jean.
Literally for trying to figure that all out. So I appreciate y'all. That's all. Thanks, guys. No, they're still working. They ain't hear a single thing I said.
For real.
Korean heart?
Yeah, that's how you do it. Korean hearts.
Did you?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, what? So what's going on with your legs, Malachi?
Listen, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to stop talking about my legs, man. This is how I feel comfortable sitting. This is how I sit, man. I don't know what else to say. Feel me? This is just too uncomfortable. Like, you got my hip flexor, all types of benefits.
Hip flexor is crazy.
I like it right here. Sometimes I lose feeling and I gotta switch, but it's a simple switch. And now I'm good again. You know what I'm saying? I'm good for the next 30 minutes. So y'all stop talking about that, all right?
Do you think it's just a little too feminine, and that's why people feel some type of way?
I just think I'm so masculine. I don't have to prove that I'm feminine. That's what I tell them the word. That's personally what I
tell them the word, bro.
Yo, Dre,
let the man sit. Tell the man sit how you
That's what I'm
want
trying to tell you. Worrying about what another dude think about me is kind of gay to me. So
my God,
that's how I feel personally. You know
Facts.
That word, Mal. That word I
You
told
do
you.
you, man. No matter what anybody else
crazy.
think. You know
Have
what
you
I'm
no
saying?
couth?
What?
Make in front of Mal. Have you no couth?
bro.
No.
Dre,
I didn't say that.
oh, here
I
we
didn't
go.
say that.
Here we go.
Dre was ready.
Dre is ready for the comebacks.
Dre's ready with violence, bro.
He
chose violence.
No, literally. No,
The
literally.
war continues.
What?
Oh, you know when it started? Lion King, Mufasa, and Scar.
What?
Who was the dark skin though?
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Mufasa no.
Wait, no,
Scar was the dark
Wait,
skin.
Scar was the dark skin. I'm sorry.
Scar was a dark skin.
Same thing
and
happened to
No, Scar.
Can we
Who am I
please
king?
acknowledge Scar was dark skinned and he was shady. All right?
No.
It's not a coincidence.
He had to play his role. It's not his fault. He said, "Bro, he had a chance to usurp or usurp
so
the
the Lion
throne."
King.
Pause.
Wait, hold on, guys. Really quickly for this episode, just so you guys know, we got a couple upgrades. Not only do we have mics, we have a TV that we have the laptop hooked up
So
to,
we can fact check.
Look, we got.
shit.
I mean, you can't even see, but we got
Fact check.
Lion King. We got Lion King pulled up. We have a whiteboard with our topics. Yeah, no, Scar was
Why
a
the
dark
hell did I
skin for
say
sure.
Mufasa?
He's
For
a dark
sure.
skin.
No.
Light skins was touching everything the light touches. And Scar,
Everything the light
he was in the
touches.
shadows doing shady
Yo,
stuff.
the light skins was the light skins was. Wait, hold on.
I know the song.
Yo, Gerby does that a little bit too good.
That was good though, yeah.
That was a little bit too good.
I almost started floating.
Oh my gosh, no way, bro. What with the whole like thing? Do you want to talk about what you were talking about earlier with your dad and music? Because it was generational trauma.
With the trauma.
They want me to take the wheel. I got you. I drive the boat.
This is about generational
I
trauma.
drive the boat.
Oh no.
Sort of.
One of the things we're gonna brush up on today is generational trauma. You feel me?
Generational.
All right.
Wait.
Personally,
Caribbean.
I'm Caribbean.
Generation.
I'm Haitian, so
Same.
all my Haitian Caribbean viewers can attest to this.
Sock
You
passe.
feel me? When you are taught the wrong way, you generally ended up teaching your offspring the wrong way. And one example of this is when I was younger, I actually used to be a very musical inclined person. I used to play xylophone, piano, trombone, violin, guitar. I just do everything.
Everything.
I did
He was
honors course.
Mal was him.
Yeah.
Talented.
Mal was
I did
him.
honors course and
Mozart.
all that. Did advanced piano all the way up to middle school. And I had a conversation with my dad, and I was excited. I claimed to him. I was like,
He's pulling up.
feel me?
He's fact checking. He's fact checking. He's making sure. He's making sure.
Ooh, that's clean.
That's the cello. I didn't play that.
I know,
That's a
yeah, he
cello.
didn't say cello.
Well, one at a time, guys.
That's
We're
a-
failing at the one at a time thing right now.
That's a cello. But yeah, no. So I came to my dad and I told him, you feel me? I had an honors chorus performance. And I wanted him to come. I wanted him to support. And he basically said, through no fault of his own, I'm sure it was something he was taught the wrong way also. He just kind of told me that like I could do something more masculine. That was a little feminine of me to be singing and, you know, doing the instruments and stuff. And that kind of really like altered my view of like music and stuff. And now looking back through a more mature lens, I wish I would have stayed with it. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of sucks that, you know, some people aren't aware of the wrong things that they're taught. Do you guys have any like experiences?
I feel like
that?
Gerby has definitely very Gerby
too much.
has
I'm
experiences
start
out
crying.
the
No,
wazoo.
playing, yeah.
Out the wazoo
Yeah,
that are the same.
I don't know. I honestly don't know if it's like a Caribbean thing. And I'm not trying to throw shots at Caribbean people either. I just know from my experience.
Yeah, right.
Like I told my parents I wanted to do music, and the look of just like,
Yeah.
why would you even approach me with this?
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
Oh my
like,
god.
Do you like men? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what
Right,
you like music or you like men? Which one?
Right. Oh my gosh.
And now,
Nothing in between. That's
Right,
Literally,
crazy.
there's no spectrum.
And-
It's
That's
either-
crazy.
Oh my goodness. And now, like you said, you know what I mean? A little bit more mature now, you know, so thinking about it, it doesn't bother me now, but back then I'm like, dang, I could have been so much farther if y'all was just like, you know what, try it out. And I think that comes with like my parents came from like Haiti to here and, you know, started a new life and like was grinding to do all that stuff. So I think that itself to see them go for something else that they want was too scary. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that's where that projection came from. And then I was just a target at that time. You feel me? So I think all in all, obviously I didn't listen because I'm doing it now. But you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Dang,
So
The tears start rolling. Oh my gosh.
Shout out to my parents though because you know I didn't listen. So
Was there any?
Because I didn't listen to them. So
Say, was there any ways that y'all experienced, you know, generational trauma in your own way?
Ladies first. Go ahead. Yeah. You want-
my mom is sitting right.
It's a safe place.
Yeah, you know,
I
safe
don't-
haven.
you better not say nothing.
I don't, not necessarily. Not
Oh,
coughing.
don't even do it.
Oh gosh, she said don't do that. No, I don't think necessarily generational trauma with like creatively. I think that I was actually really lucky to have my parents and like my family and people around me who really supported
up.
me creatively. But I think it's also different because I was a female.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that like creative side of everything, it's like you said, like, you know, your dads and whatever were like, okay, well, that's really feminine. That's weird, you know?
Yeah.
But for me, I'm a female. So I never got that. You know what I'm saying? No one was like, oh, that's too masculine that you're doing like, you know, like music and everything. Like no one ever said that to me, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, I think I got like really, really lucky. Not only am I like a female because of that, but yeah, so I don't really have generational trauma. And I think that I was, like I said, really, really lucky with having everybody around me who was around me. Because my mom really supported me through everything. Like, literally everything.
Shout out to
with
Mom.
my acting and my music. Because it wasn't just, like, one or the other. It was literally both. So I think I got really lucky with that. But for you guys... It's a whole different story.
We good, though.
That
We
topic
good.
is a whole different story.
I mean, I think everybody has generational trauma, but
Yeah,
you feel
'cause-
maybe not creative.
Not
No,
in
yeah,
that,
it's 100%
not in that
you know what I mean?
creative aspect, though. I
Yeah.
never experienced that in that creative aspect, though.
Right.
In other ways, I don't know, maybe, yeah, definitely, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody
Yeah.
does, but
Yeah.
in that way, I think I got really lucky with
That's
that,
awesome.
for sure.
That's what's up.
What about you with your, like, producing? And well, you rapped, like, you've been in there for a minute doing
She brought
that.
that up.
No, literally, Supreme, like, he been in there.
Yeah, nah. I mean, it was the same thing as pretty much Gerby. But I know what you're saying of the other generational trauma. You know, like we all have that because
Yeah.
I've experienced some of that too. But creatively, it was pretty much the same thing. Like, I mean, I started off hooping. I really wanted to be a hooper,
Okay.
but I don't got the height for that.
I didn't even
My
know
dog
that.
over there do, you know. But like,
Yeah.
Ball is live.
but if I did, maybe they would have been a little more supportive.
Right, right.
But like things happened. I got hurt, which brought me into the music side of things. Like while I was hurt, so I started like rapping and shit,
Okay.
and then I fell into that. You know what I mean? So, but letting them them seeing like, oh, like, okay, like he just went from trying to be a basketball player, now he wants to be a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And maybe at the time, with the stuff I was doing probably wasn't the greatest. You know,
The
so they
best.
were like,
Wasn't the
this
best
guy's
of
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. he's
Yeah.
having all over the
And
place.
you know, being Caribbean as well, my parents split up at a young age, so I seen, you know, that all kind of played into all that. You know what I mean? So yeah, so they were like not supportive about my music stuff. Like they kind of were, but then as I got older, they were like, "Yo, like you gotta go to school or something, and you gotta,
You gotta do something else.
You gotta do something
else.
or, you know, just yeah."
Okay.
Well, I think that
Yeah.
kind of moves into like, what would you guys say is like a role model or a hero that made like inspired you in the ways that maybe your parents couldn't?
Wait a
Bet.
second, Kirby. Do
Yeah.
you want to talk about your nose ring, or is that too fresh?
Oh, I can talk about it.
Okay.
Oh damn, we went from like
no, before we move on
no,
from
that was a good
generational
question, though.
trauma,
That was a
let
good way
Kirby
to bring
tell
it
you
in.
a story about his nose ring.
So, I mean, it's really not like that serious, like at all. The fact that I got
Yeah.
a nose ring, but being
'Cause
in,
he's
you
an
know,
adult,
a
but,
small,
you
yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah,
He's an
that's
adult,
right.
but it's still a story.
Yeah, because being in a small area, especially growing up, you know, religious and everything, I think in such a small community too, you know, people see something and be like, oh, like what is he doing? You know, spawn of Satan type vibes. But it's like it really wasn't that serious. You know what I mean? Like I always
Type
wanted,
vibe.
Very
always
Caribbean.
wanted
Very, very type vibes.
So I told my parents, you know, they were sick to their stomachs. I told them, but I feel like I didn't want to like keep stuff from my parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like y'all,
Yeah.
y'all gonna have to see me for me, like like the good and the bad. You
Bruh.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
nah,
but people seen it and they were like, oh man, you know, Kirby's got a this and this, and like showed my parents and stuff. Like I heard someone went to the hospital because like they saw me.
Bro,
No, say that again. No,
Asians love, like, I don't know. Let
No,
me not
say
talk
that
crap
again.
about
No.
Asians. Let me not do that. I don't want to make it sound
I
like
don't
I'm
know,
screwed,
because
but
Dre
I
talks
feel
about
like
light skins, dark skins.
I think
At
Caribbean
this
people,
point-
Caribbean
Like, at
people,
this point-
they get like they hear
Yeah.
something,
Like,
very
yeah.
their way
and they
on the
go,
highway.
what? You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's like,
When I first got my ears pierced, they made me
Facts.
put toothpicks in instead of wearing the thing like that. Made it better.
Oh,
See?
Like, that
shit.
made it better. Yeah, I had to
yeah,
wear toothpicks around my
you're
family.
immediately like
shunned.
Wow.
Shun.
the
It's
lowest
not
of the
good.
low,
It's bad.
scum
Doing
and
anything
everything.
that's not good.
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, dang, like
You don't
from
go to
a-
college, get married,
Yeah.
believe in Jesus the
Yeah.
whole way,
Yeah.
know your wife. Don't date. You can't date.
Right.
You just
No,
gotta
no.
know that's your wife because Jesus is gonna tell
Yeah.
you. He's gonna come down and talk to you.
Fact.
He's gonna tell you that that's your wife. All right, you're gonna know. Y'all gonna this very
Bro, he
chapter
knows.
book, storybook life
Right.
that's not gonna go wrong
Right.
anyway.
Right.
Right,
didn't know you
right.
Like, bro, like,
It's wrong.
I didn't know you went through
Like-
the stuff that I did. It's so
Right.
simple.
If you don't do it
Yeah.
that exact way, it's wrong.
dude,
Yeah,
like
man.
I'm
Oh,
just
my
trying
goodness.
to figure it out, please.
Like for
That's when I
real,
went to
like
the
I'm
hospital.
stressed.
That's what I was
let me
Please.
know where you talk to this guy that tell you what
Bro.
to do. I want to know. I want to talk to him too.
People seen
God
that,
dang.
bro. They was like, Gabby, Wait, Gabby, why you put that in your nose? I'm like, bro, like, it's hard to explain
Gabby,
that.
why
you
you
know
put
what I
that
mean?
in your nose?
It's hard to explain that. So, I mean, long story short, it's just, you know, I think I got it more as like I wanted to get it, and like I'm not gonna sit there and like hide that part of myself. You know
Yeah.
what I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't to be like, hey, I got my nose pierced, you know, rebel.
Yeah.
Type shit, but it was more just
Right.
like, you know, I've been wanted it. You know what I mean? I've been wanting to do something. I'm an artist. You got to express yourself comfortably.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You can't
Facts.
be scared of that. And I think once I got that nose piercing, it like purged a whole bunch of like fear and like, you know what I mean? All the stuff that I had. And I was just like, damn, like this
I can
is
do this. I can
this
do
pretty,
this,
yeah,
I can
that's
do
pretty
that.
dope. And I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's crazy
Yeah, but
because
that's
like
also
years, you know what I'm saying?
no, I agree with you 1,000%. Like once you like finally like okay, let me take that extra step,
Yeah.
and then it's like okay, well now I'm actually doing everything that I've been wanting to do without
Yeah.
like being fearful of like everybody else around me because like
Facts.
I know in my heart I'm not gonna do anything that's like super crazy or like make me a bad person or like I'm never gonna do anybody wrong like that. Like I'm not like trying to do all that, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But once you get past that, like okay, well I'm gonna put my foot out and I'm gonna do everything that I've been telling myself I want to do my whole
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
bro.
Facts.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like my whole life I've been saying I want to, you know, do this podcast. I want to get this company. Like I want to pursue acting. Like I want to pursue modeling. Like. And now I feel like I'm in that point in my life where I'm finally like taking that like step and being like, you know, I'm gonna do it because I know I can do it. You know,
Yeah.
Big
and it's
facts.
just, I mean, it's also like a balance at the same time because like you do want to like, it's hard. You do want to take your family into consideration what they have
Yeah,
to say about
yeah,
everything. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You do want to take like your close friends or like whoever cares about you into consideration about like what they have to say about what you're doing. So
Yeah.
it's definitely like a teeter totter, like on the line. You're like, where's the line? You know?
For me,
Yeah.
I feel like it's just knowing who you're talking to. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I go to my grandma and I tell her I want to be a model, I know I'm not gonna get the.
Yeah.
the
Right.
answer
You
that
can do
I-
it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's gonna tell me
Yeah.
stop, go
Yeah.
to college, be a
Yeah.
nurse. So
Yeah.
she's gonna tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just understanding what you feel me the person that you're talking to
Yeah.
has like more info on, or
Yeah.
what information you want to get from that
Exactly.
particular
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
But
That
yeah.
fear too is real, bro. Just like you said, it's like go to school, be a nurse, because they know that's like it's safe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
It's the
Yeah.
security.
Like it's safe. Like I
Yeah.
went to school, been an EMT,
Yo,
paramedic.
but
and
I
I'm like,
do give them props though because they took a big risk though. They all came and made that
Yeah,
move.
no, of
Yeah.
Like,
course.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make
But-
it better for us. So now
100%.
we're
Yeah,
taking
100%.
our step of like,
100.
you know what I mean?
100%.
In no way do I think like they're wrong. It's just
Yeah.
like
No,
what
yeah, yeah.
aggravates me is the tunnel vision, like the
Yeah.
Right.
non-open mindedness that other
Right, right.
ways to success are available.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
No,
That's what
100%.
makes me
Like y'all
more
just said,
angry.
it's safe.
But
doing
without
that-
getting
that
lost
route.
too, like without getting lost too, like
Yeah.
Right. You
You
got,
know,
yeah.
what
who
your
you
heart
are is important. Yeah, who you
yeah,
are is
who you are
important.
is very important.
But
What
you
do
gotta
go
is
after
very
it.
important. You gotta. It's a
You have
balance.
to go
it's
after
hard.
it.
It's
Yeah.
really hard.
Yo, my dog had that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I wanted to say like who are heroes or role models that inspired you that your parents maybe didn't have that same capability to do so like they did.
Ooh.
I'll go first as a
Yeah,
you know,
go first. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah, I gotta
but
think.
yo, honestly, real spill. I don't really think I really have any role models or anything like that. I feel like I'm just trying to do better than I was yesterday type thing, kind of cliche. Like I'm my own role model, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Of like, you know, like
Being the best version of yourself.
yeah, you know, because like I mean,
1,000%,
shout out to my parents and my peoples that I love, but like I don't know, you know, like I look up to them in a certain way, but not as like.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so
say
I don't
that.
really have a role model, but you know, I'm just trying to do better. And
100%.
like,
Yeah.
For me personally, growing up, you feel me? Dre gonna have to say something about it. Oh, Dre's gonna say something about this. Growing up, an emotional, light-skinned man. You know what I'm saying? I do have emotions.
Jay's like, that's
I
right.
am
He's saying
emotional,
it. He's
dude.
saying it.
I concur.
You feel growing
I concur.
up,
You're right.
and I would say someone that really like stood out to me was Drake. I really like appreciated the way that he was able to be emotional and like, you know, when he first came out, it was very judgmental. It was like, oh, he's singing, he's rapping, he's this, that, and
Yeah.
other. But his shamelessness and just being himself, making the music that he want to make, you know, putting it out, promoting it, and getting to the point that he is now really
It got
inspired
him.
me to be
Yeah.
who I want to be, and not necessarily in music, but just in whatever I want to do.
right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I
Right.
want to model, I want to, you know, create content. I want to do this podcast. I want to be, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
It gave me the confidence to say I can just be what I want to be. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not concerned about other people's perspective of me.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So-
He instilled that in you of
Yeah.
like not giving a fuck,
Well,
bro.
yeah,
Just-
literally.
That's what's up, that's
so
what's up.
I mean, yeah.
I would say that was one.
I
Word.
would say I got like, I say two people.
Okay.
First one, I would say my brother, because I ended up doing
Aw.
exactly what he was doing, because like what he was doing made it look so cool. You know what I mean? Like he
Aw.
went to school for like EMT school. He got hired at the job he went to. He like take me to work, show me all the ambulances and fire trucks. You know what I mean? Like I was
Yeah,
hooked.
yeah, yeah.
Like that drove me to go to school and do everything. But like on the creative side, I would say was like The Weeknd. Like that's the first person I heard like in my ears. I was like, dang, this dude is raw, man. Like who is this? Like I love the sound. I like what he's saying. And like at the time, nobody knew what he looked like. They didn't know what his face. So I like that like anonymity. Dang, let me not have a stroke
Damn,
on
alright,
TV. Yeah, that word. Like people
Fact
didn't
check
know
that
what it
word.
was.
Fact check that word.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Anonymity.
Fact check.
Anonymity.
Fact
check
I know it's a
that.
word. I'm not crazy.
Spell it.
I went to public school, but
Anonymity?
I know what I'm saying.
And I'm on a minute.
Right.
Anonymity.
Right.
I went
And
to
a man like
Expialidocious.
But yeah, that was the first person where inspired me to be like, I want to make music. You know, I want to sound like that. I want my lyrics to be, you know, kind of controversial a little bit. But the fact that, you know, he's singing it so good, it's like people is just like, dang,
Right,
man, like I don't
yeah.
even
There's,
care,
like,
you know.
abnormal
So that
execution,
I would say
for
that's
real.
the first person. Still to this day, like I'm like EXO till I die. You know what I mean? That's my like first
Till I
person.
die screams.
You know what I mean? That
I got a
really
shirt.
pushed me to be first.
I wear it on one of these one time.
Bro, you went
Oh
to
my
one of his
God.
concerts?
Nah,
I went to
I
man. Weekend's raw, bro. Anyways, so yeah, but that's who pushed me to like be in the music and go after like what I want to do, and like kind of pushed me to be more of myself. Because at first when I started, I was like, okay, I could just sound like him, but it's like you don't want to be another just knockoff of somebody. And you know, and you want to you want to pay homage in a way that's like, okay, we can see where he gets his style from, but it's still him. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the bigger flex. It's like people can see where you got like where you pulling your inspiration from, but you got your own little twist to it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing right now, and I 100%, you know, I mess with it.
What about you, man?
Word.
I'm very much so like I take bits and pieces of like people throughout my life that I kind of look up to in different aspects and everything. I would say creatively, there wasn't necessarily like one person that I looked up to like creatively. I definitely just kind of really wanted to like, I think I was really set on like being the first person like in my family to really like pave my path and like go my own way and like you know, go to territories that like no one in my family has gone to before. You know, I wanted to be the first person in my family to go to college. Did I graduate? That's a different story. But I was the first person in my family to go to college. Right.
You went though.
I finished a year. Put some respect on a year.
Yeah.
She said not a semester.
Amaya's
a year.
mother
Anyways,
is on set.
Right.
She is talking to her.
My mom is behind the camera. No, literally.
Fact check.
Hey,
Real life.
let's
fact
give
checker.
credit to
Anyways,
that. You know, she's showing support.
Right. I paid a year of college. Anyways, whatever. I know because my pockets was hurty, but yeah. So I want to be the first person to do that. I want to be the first person to be like, you know what? If you have a goal, if you have like a dream, like you can obtain it. You can do it. Like you can reach it without having any boundaries or like nothing in front of you. So that was kind of like my mindset on really trying to like grasp everything that I wanted to do. Like whether that was in high school for me, like that was acting. Like acting was a huge thing for me. Like I wanted to get like be the best that I possibly could be and like really move people with like my acting, make people cry, make people laugh. Like that was a huge thing that I really wanted to do with performing in general. Like I just want to perform. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people feel things without it being like, you know, with it being in acting or music or something of that nature. I've always been super into music like my whole entire life. I joined a ukulele club in 4th grade and it just kind of went from there. Literally. So
ukulele, that's awesome.
So in creative kind of aspects, it's kind of just been like my own like lane, my own everything. But I would say like I guess like influencer career wise, Emma Chamberlain. I don't know, I've just always kind of looked up to her in the way that she's my age, number one. Number two, like the way that she just started posting YouTube videos of her just like doing stupid stuff where I would watch when I was like younger and be like, dude, that's like me. Like I do that stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? She just happens to display it on camera really well. And then she cultivated that and her audience grew with her. And that's a really hard thing. Look, Emma Chamberlain, fact check. Oh, yes. G, you on it.
I do know that is.
Yo, G's on it.
Yeah,
so now
raw,
she's,
bro.
no, literally she's raw. Like 17 million
raw.
followers. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But she was able to cultivate her following to grow with her, and now she's in like Vogue, like Paris Fashion Week, like doing all these different like just such cool stuff. She has her own like coffee company, her own podcast. Like that's like I'm trying to like do that. Like I'm trying to do everything that I want to do.
That's
like
what's
I don't
up.
want to just be in like one like lane, one bubble, because like I don't know, it's just not me. There's not just one specific thing that I want to stick to. Yeah, I want to create my own brand, my own everything. So like that's one of the goals that I have right now is just to really cultivate my own brand and like take it as far as I can, you know?
Right.
And I feel like that brings us into that topic. Like, what's the difference between being influenced by your creators and copying your creators? You spoke about that a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that right there, I think that's like more on the person who you say like you're wanting to emulate. You know what I mean? Because if it's someone that plays the instrument and you just play exactly like them, you know what I mean? You're not really paying homage. You know what I mean? You're not, because it's someone you looked up to. So it's like you want to do a good job in a way that they're going to be like, okay, you know, like I see what you did there. Not just, okay, it's an echo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to be
1,000%.
someone's echo, you know? So that's what I think about it.
I think definitely okay, so a big huge thing about the internet, low key, we have less than 2 minutes. But a really big thing about the internet, right, this episode flew by. A big thing about the internet is that like everyone kind of goes off of each other, especially now with like TikTok and Instagram Reels. Like there's trends now, right?
Yeah.
So there's like celebrities will do trends, influencers will do trends, and then it's just like, at what point are we just like copying each other? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's really tiptoeing on being influenced by someone and being inspired by somebody else on the internet, and also just like copying them.
Being
so
original.
I think it's a fine line, definitely, because you can also accidentally copy someone's format.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Their format of how they present themselves online, or just their aesthetic to them. Like, it's very like weird to explain to people who aren't into it. Like, it's really hard to explain.
I feel like for like a long time when I first like got into like TikTok and stuff like that, it was hard for me to like get into it just because everything is so trendy. Everything is so what they did. Put this song behind it. Make this dance. You know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't comfortable just copying people and like trying to get clout off that. But I feel like personally what's helped me is just like just doing what I want to do. And if it is similar to the next person, you feel what I'm saying? I can just know that I personally came out of my brain with it. You know what I'm saying? If it looks similar to yours, that's just a coincidence. Of how
Put
it
your own
worked out.
seasoning on it.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
no,
There's
yeah.
something different that I put into it. That's my own little twist to it. So
Facts.
Really interesting. Josen is not like super into like TikTok and stuff like that. So what do you have to say about all of that? Like getting influenced by other people and influencing.
Really, like I follow a lot of producers. So like, there's not really, I guess there could be a trend of like, producers, like they be posting their beats on their page and they post them like every day or whatever. I don't do that stuff. Maybe I should. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess I would want to say like, I feel like even right now, like I hear something and I try to
put your own spin to it.
not copy it, but yeah, do it and put my own spin to it. And I feel like that's how new sounds come about, and like you create your own sound. Obviously, even like as a singer, as a rapper, or whatever. Like you just keep on doing it, and then you add your own little spice and sazon and goya to it. So and that's how you create the new sound or the new voice or new melody or whatever. So.
Yeah. 1,000%.
I'm not with the trending shit though. I don't know why, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So we got lots of other topics and lots of other things to discuss. This episode kind of flew by for us because we did it took a lot to set up today. I think it was like kind of trial and error, but now we got it down for y'all. So we are gonna wrap this up, but don't forget to check us out on powerfulmind.official on Instagram. We have a TikTok now. Make sure you catch up on your episodes. We're on episode 10.
Oh yeah.
We're in the double digits, baby.
Yeah.
So definitely make sure you catch up and watch everything. Like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and go show love to our whole entire team. They're linked in the description and also on Instagram.
Cheer.
Peace.